So let's take this down. Today we're on the top of the world. We're on Mauna Kea. Mauna Kea, that's the tallest volcano peak mountain in Hawaii. We're on the Big Island. We're hunting hybrid sheep. We're looking for some big white or browns. We'll get big deep curls up here, and this is a sheep hunting experience that you can't trade off for anything. We have been hiking our butts off this morning. I am tearing up my boots. That lava, we just did about 2 miles of lava. It's rough, nasty. We're gonna slip down around this face. We're gonna set up on that face. We're going to glass down to tree line, pick out some sheep.
Rolling here. Sign it when you're ready.
Yeah. 9, 9, 12, 15. Go left. Good height. Oh, elevation was perfect.
We must have a little right to left wind.
Elevation was perfect.
I mean, it feels like it's left right here. Oh, jeez.
That last shot, the elevation was money.
Like this, man. Like that.
Was money.
So what were you seeing in the scope? Left to right? I mean...
I think right now we're not even picking even Mirage. Ain't nothing out there right now.
We must have just a little bit of right to left coming over that ridge. That's what we've been having all mornings.
Yeah, all this way.
Yeah, I think all we're seeing is just a little mirage curling back this way.
What? Like this, huh? Up there.
Is that what you were seeing? Was right to left?
It looks like it.
Yeah.
Why you want to see it?
Right to left.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
That's what it looked like up there.
Yeah. See, I was holding for a left to right wind. That's what I was picking up.
It's like this.
Right. That's what we had here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we were just getting pushed off the left edge of it.
Up here.
Well, that was a lot of freaking hiking. Very nice. That worked out pretty good. On today's shooting tip, we're going to talk about shooting on a bipod. We're not on a bipod here. I feel that discussion needs to start on the bench. It's pretty important to understand how your rifle reacts when you're shooting so that we can adopt shooting positions and equipment that give us consistent point of impact. Now this is a classic bench rest setup. We've got a Caldwell rock front rest. We've got a couple leather bags on here, and what we're trying to do is get a really nice, smooth, free recoil. You can see on the shot that that rifle just recoils straight back into my shoulder. I've got a consistent pressure on my shoulder, so we get consistent loading on a recoil lug, consistent barrel harmonics, and the way the gun reacts and torques is the same every time. Now those things right there will give me very consistent performance on steel. You can see that group that I just shot there was sub half minute of angle at 955 yards. We're shooting in 2.5 minutes worth of wind, and we're still able to maintain that type of group. What we're really exploring is the elevation that my setup is giving me at that range. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to step down here on my midway field shooting mat. I'm going to set my bipod up on here, bring my rear rest under, and get in a position like I would adopt when I'm shooting in the field. I'm going to compare my point of impact from that bipod that I was getting here off of this shooting rest equipment. Now, on a bipod, what we're really concerned about when you're shooting is that your point of impact is different than it is from the bench, number one, and also number two, that point of impact is not consistent. So those are two different problems that we want to try to address. Now, if my bipod shoots to a different point of impact, that's easy to fix. We can just zero our gun from the bipod in preparation for a hunt. If it's not consistent, then on the hunt, we can't be certain that our point of impact is going to be correct. So we want to look at some techniques that'll give us a good point of impact. And on a bipod, especially on this Atlas, what we try to do is simulate that free recoil that we get from the bench. So to do that, we need to be able to shoot with the bipod moving forward. So you can see there's a little slack in this mechanism on the bipod. We'll be able to push that bipod forward all the way and then get a really solid rear rest right here so that when we shoot, that bipod comes straight back or nearly so into our shoulder, just like it does on the bags. That right there is the ideal in selecting a bipod. If it's a very rigid bipod, it behaves just like if the bipod's loaded to the rear. When I shoot, it tries to grab and jump, and it bunches up, whether it's out in the gravel, on the rocks, in the dirt. You know, it's not consistent, and sometimes we'll get a muzzle up as the bipod tries to climb up over that terrain. That's where you'll find that inconsistent performance. So when selecting a bipod, pick one that gives you this really nice ability to simulate that performance that we see off the bench. Now I'm going to grab those shells. I'm going to sit down, shoot a couple shots at this target range, and verify for myself that this rifle is ready to shoot for the upcoming hunting season. So let's go ahead and get one in here. Now I'm going to go ahead and load forward, and I'm looking for a consistent point of impact. Wind dropped off about a minute and a half worth. Looks like that shot's about a quarter minute lower. Do another one. Again, got another shot in there that's about a 1/4 minute lower. Elevation's holding really nice. Last shot. Very good. Have a little bit of spread there on the horizontal, just with the wind bearing on me. We're not seeing a lot of mirage, so we don't have a lot of indicators. But that entire group, measuring with the reticle, is a 1/2 minute low from bullseye. So I just discovered that this gun, in the shooting position I'm adopting, shoots approximately a 1/4 to a 1/2 minute of angle low at 955 versus off the bench. Now that's good for me to know, because now all I need to do is just adjust up 1 click or 2 clicks. It splits right there in the middle for my next hunting event, which is coming up here in just a couple weeks. So I'll put a little more time in on the bipod, and I'll practice shooting in field situations. Maybe we'll get a little crazy and get on some rocks, get on some inclines, you know, maybe do some hillside shots. That will tell me whether I'm ready and for this hunting opportunity I'm going to see, where I might need to take a longer shot, and I'll be confident that my point of impact is going to be where it should be.
It's all over the place. We're out here on the edge. First shot, 25-mile-an-hour wind. Tell you what, that's a tough shot. On this week's Tough Shot, we're going to use a viewer idea that was emailed to us. Now, we've been after some emails for quite a while. So we've been after some ideas. We're starting to get a lot of viewers sending in some ideas on some tough shots, what they'd like to see me and Aaron try, or any of the Gunwerks crew. Harley Metz from Grand Junction, Colorado, emailed us an idea that said, hey, you might get in a situation where you have to shoot left-handed. Why don't you try shooting on your non-dominant hand? I'm right-handed, so that means left hand. So what we're going to do, we're going to shoot at one of Caldwell's targets today. We've got their kill zone, their MAGNUM rifle gong. It's a big old piece of AR-500, you know, and it's cut out, you know, more in that vital sign shape. Instead of a square or a circle, we're going to be a little more realistic here. We've got a little more right to left, a little less up and down. So this AR-500 holds up to those big MAGNUM calibers, and we've got it set here out in the hills. We're going to back up here. We've found a real steep hillside that we're going to have to lay on and actually shoot left-handed. It's going to be about 800 yards. Back to Harley, we sure appreciate the idea. You know, that same suggestion got emailed in quite a few times. So I went back through some emails and looked at the earliest date that suggestion got emailed into us. And Harley Metz from Grand Junction, Colorado, emailed that in first. So what we're going to do is we're going to send you one of these Caldwell targets. In fact, we're going to send you this one. I'm going to try to put a bullet hole right in the middle of it, and we'll box it back up and ship it to you. Let's go find that hill and take a shot. 796 yards to that Caldwell target. We've got a little headwind. It's quartering just a little bit, but it's mostly in our faces. You can see I'm kind of on this hillside. There's really no way for me to lay prone and shoot off my dominant hand, my right hand. What I've done is I've hunkered up into the side of this hill where I can get a little support on my elbow and my back. I'm going to shoot with that non-dominant hand, that left hand, at that Caldwell target. 795 yards. The corrected distance just for the turret was just a little different. We're right there at about 13 and a half minutes, so just right at about 775 on the corrected distance using the rangefinder. The caliber we're shooting today, we're pretty excited about our new LRM caliber. It's our 7mm LRM, or long range Magnum. Now, we worked with Hornady real hard to have them start building our brass for us so we can get some head stamp brass. What we've done is taken like our Ruger 375 cartridge, and we've changed the brass configuration up just a little bit. We shortened it up, we put a nice shoulder on it and a little longer neck to hold those longer hollow point bolt tail bullets. Well, I don't really know where I hit it. I heard the steel ring, so I know I got it. I think that wind picked up on me just there at the end. I'm gonna call it a little left to center. I was holding 2 minutes. We were right at about 800 yards, so about 16 inches. That's the good thing about that target of Caldwell's. It's kill zone size. You hit it, that animal's dead. So, hey, I'll tell you what. Shooting on a non-dominant hand or shooting with, somehow that you're not comfortable is a good thing to practice. Even though I hit that steel at 800 yards, first shot, and was able to shoot left-handed, it took me probably 10 times as long to get set up. This hill's pretty steep. I kept sliding down. You know, that non-dominant eye, it was hard to, you know, get in the scope and find your target. I usually shoot with both eyes anyway, but it was very, very uncomfortable and very challenging. So I would suggest practicing, whether it's sitting, standing, shooting with your non-dominant hand. Practice the stuff that you're not comfortable with. It's going to make you a better shot and a better hunter. If you have an idea for Aaron or any of the Gunwerks crew or myself for a tough shot, a challenge that you'd like to see or something that would interest you, you can email those suggestions to toughshot@gunwerks.com. toughshot@gunwerks.com. I'm Mike Davidson with Gunwerks. Join us again next week for another tough shot. I knew it was going to be a little left. Looked like I need about another 3/4 minute. I was holding 2, so I needed just about 3. Hopefully Aaron doesn't see this. He'll probably make me go back to wind open school or something like that. First shot, Caldwell's target, held up nice.
Hey, we're on the Parker Ranch this morning. We're hunting billy goats. Back home, we've got antelope out in the rolling plains. This is comparable Hawaii antelope style hunting. What we're doing is we're trying to get up high here, get a vantage point, glass, find these goats coming up, and then move in a position and get on them.
We're going to be looking for, over here they call it Spanish goats. And we're going to come out here on these high spots over here and start glassing down towards Boise, they call it Boise area, in Waikoloa. And they should be either going up or going down and coming back around.
There's a nice herd of goats out there. Taking a look, see if there's any trophies.
Yeah.
But you look to the right, there's a line of billies coming up.
In the other trees.
Before
the trees.
Yeah, before the trees.
We're getting close. We got 4 feeding out across the flat there that look pretty good. John just picked up another one that looks pretty nice. Starting to see some good looking stuff. Wind's picking up. So this one we were shooting a 200-yard shot, and we still had that 20-mile-an-hour wind, but that's only, 3 minutes. 3 minutes, that's only 6 inches. That's just a little wind drift. That's not very much. But he was there, made a nice shot on him. Nice billy goat.
Aaron's got his goat down. Got it cleaned out. While we were cleaning it, we saw 2 decent goats go up over the hill, 500-600 yards here. We're gonna sneak up over there and see if we got a shot. Abe right here for Abe, my man. Yeah. Abe and Wayne. Good
job, Doc. Aaron's buying dinner again. Aaron's buying dinner again.
We've been hunting this morning here, Parker Ranch. Met Leon this morning, got us out on some goats first thing. Come up on this one. Aaron got a shot earlier this morning, got a nice billy. We come up on this one. He left with the herd Aaron shot at. And beautiful area, beautiful area. Mountains on one side, 13,000 feet, and the coast on the other. Doesn't get prettier than this. So having these guys follow me around for a week. Wayne's got an excellent spotter. Dexter, appreciate it, man. Leon, thanks a lot. Finally, Abe. Finally.
Hunting apparel for long-range pursuit provided by Sitka and Kinatrek Boots of Montana. License applications made through Cabela's Tags. Brought to you by Gunwerks, G7 Optics, NIGHTFORCE, Hornady, and Caldwell Shooting Supplies.